Do the super clean. Took a big whiff of it. That was tasty. We're gonna start with the base of super clean. We're gonna spray it on. That's pretty good coverage. I'm running out of spray 9, but we're gonna spray the rest. Running out. Let's just pour it on. Bleach white. Let's spray some on. Let's see if we can kill this. That's good. Remember Gorilla Cleaner? Let's spray some of that on there. It's running out too. Remember Wash Chems? Let's pour some of that on there. Let's rub it in. This I've never done. Let's just see. If this kills it, that's fine, but what if it doesn't? This is the most durable ceramic spray coating I have ever tested, and today I'm actually gonna prove it to you. This is actually a product I designed, but let's get into it and I'll show you just how durable this product is. So there's a few things that I wanna talk about on the bottle, on the label, like I always do. Obviously, the idea was to do something different, and so you'll see the label is much different. I also created a caricature of myself. It's not identical, but he is wearing a hard hat, arms crossed. So I wanted something that was very different from what was out in the market. So because the liquid in the bottle is very different. So everything up including the better sprayer, which is just simply nicer to use. You'll see this kind of become the standard and walk away from the crappy sprayers. And there's a QR code that actually works, unlike some other products that we've seen. It gives you a nice, funny little story behind it, and then obviously your applications. This product can be applied on a prepped car or a non-prepped car. Obviously, if you clay your car, it's gonna work a lot better, but you're only gonna need 1 to 2 sprays per panel. So as long as my thing is primed, I'm gonna do 3 sprays. I always over apply, so I'm gonna try to not over apply. So a couple sprays, you could take either 1 microfiber towel or have 2, but I usually just use 1. I'll rub it in. You just wanna get adequate coverage. You don't have to worry about overlapping or anything like that. And you'll see, it's just super smooth. There's nothing there. So I usually flip my towel and apply it. We've entered into this era of these products have to be applied in such a certain way and certain application to make sure that it's curing right and doing this right. And I didn't want anything like that. I just wanted something that was dummy proof, that was easy. You didn't have to overthink the moment. You could just spray and wipe. That's exactly what hardest shell is. And that's it for the application. It's a very boring application, but that's what you want in a product. But then you also want it to be incredibly durable. So it is water-based, a 16-ounce bottle, and that was the application. So now we're gonna let it cure and then do a torture test. All right, it's been 7 full days that we let the JIMBO product cure. Kind of same rules apply, 7 full days. It's been inside, same elements, same everything. So we'll start with a water behavior test, and then I'm almost embarrassed to say a car wash soap, a pH neutral car wash soap. So we'll start there, and then we'll start torture testing it. So as you'll see, obviously we have a little bit of beading and sheeting. I'm gonna try to bump up the pressure on this hose. A lot of beading and sheeting happening all at the same time. Let's blow it off. And let's wash it. With some dust on there, so let's wash it too. And then we'll start hitting it with some chemicals. So there you go. As you can see, actually, I think there was some dust on it that made it look a little bad. So washing it actually should make the surface look better, not worse. But as we've seen with other products, it degrades with just a simple car wash soap. So get it off. So that's kind of, in theory, how it should work. It should look better after a car wash, not worse. Anyway, all right, first up, we will do the Griot's Garage Heavy Duty Wheel Cleaner. This is their iron remover. So apply that on. And then again, I'm gonna do the same rules, so I won't rub it in until we start to see some of it starting to fail, or it just gets annoying to keep doing it. So, but again, this product is designed to be super easy to apply. And though it is super durable, I had to do that because I know people were gonna torture test it, but it acts super easy. It almost acts like a detail spray when you're applying it. And so me personally, I use it often because it's just so easy, and I always am usually touching the car anyway. So it is layerable and all that fun stuff. If you look down around here, you could see how, it's funny because I was watching torture test of yesteryear, and we used to see this a lot, where products would be withstanding the chemical, and now we've entered into this weird era of like chemical products not being able to withstand chemicals. So I'll rinse this off and then I'll wash it and we'll see where we're at. But you can already tell Seems to be fine, but I will wash it to remove any residue. So the whole idea too, as I'm kind of talking through with the JIMBO's brand of products, is I was just getting fed up of doing these torture tests and trying products and then just being so disappointed in them and so disappointed in them not working and not holding up to the claims. And after consulting with brands and helping brands, I just finally decided, you know what, I think I could do this myself. And obviously I've been selling private label chemicals for a really long time, so there's that, virtually no change. Let's get the blower out. All right, so made it through an iron mover. Woo, no big deal. We used to always make it through that, right? So it's like the bar has gotten so low. Anyway, Hyperfoam wheel cleaner and tire prep. And that's kind of the thing. I started to realize like, man, the bar is getting so low. And we all talk about how we want to progress the industry and we want the industry to move forward and we want this and that. But really what I started to realize is some of the product brands don't want that, because in getting better products and having products, more competition in the marketplace, that makes those brands that have kind of the market share or the majority of the market share scared. And they don't want to do that. They just want to do the same old, same old. And so I'm kind of, I guess, challenging that. And because I realize that people will fall to the expectations of the products that they have experience with. So if the experience with the products that they have is that they constantly need to be topped or they degrade with just a simple pH neutral car wash soap, that becomes kind of the norm and people become used to that. And so, but it doesn't have to be like that. So what I thought is, instead of just talking about that like I do so often, I would actually show that that doesn't have to be the norm. So the JIMBO's brand of products are showing you what can be, not what is normal. So, and just the amount of conversations that I've had with people in comments or with brands of like, well, no one sprays that on the paint. It doesn't matter if it can withstand it or not. But you could see, even before rinsing off the residue, the product should withstand that. Okay, so I'll wash it again just to remove the residue. But I started to have that epiphany of like, well, I can't expect other people to have the same expectations I have when they have a different experience than I have. And if all you experience is these optimal products, then that's gonna be what you base your decisions off of. So if I show people how it could be different, maybe then they will have different expectations, and that would elevate all of the industry. So it's not flooding underneath the water. It's looking really, really strong, which is, again, how a product should, and what we loved about Seal and Shine and Ice Spray Wax and all that was its ease of use and durability. So the difference between my product and something like a Seal and Shine would be, my product is a little bit easier to use. It's not gonna streak like Seal and Shine did. That was kind of the main issue with Seal and Shine, is streaking. And we're in winter right now, but as we get into summer, I'll do another video demoing on a hot black car how it doesn't streak. So you may lose a little bit of durability if you're using it in like suboptimal conditions. Like if the paint is 120 degrees and you're applying it on the paint, you may not get maximum durability out of it, but it's actually something that we'll test and look at. All right, so it's also water-based, so that's kind of where all this started coming around. Was I wanted, when all the solvent ceramic sprays were coming out, I really wanted, and we'll put Super Clean on now, when all the solvent-based sprays were coming out, like the Adams ceramic spray wax or ceramic coating, and then the 303, and I'd apply it and it would stink up the whole shop. I went to Walter and I'm like, man, I really want something that acts like this, but doesn't have the solvent smell. And he explained, hey, that's really difficult because the particle sizes, you can get smaller and you can kind of, not hide stuff, but you can do certain things with a solvent-based formula that you can't do with a water-based formula. So it took multiple iterations of that. And then this is actually a product that, the Hardest Shell is a product that I have been selling private label for about 4 years. So I know it's tried and true. I obviously changed the color, but I did not change the scent. And so I ran a poll on my Instagram, and most people wanted a scent in the formula. But when I tested it, the scent degraded and didn't make the formula as durable. So I opted for no scent, strictly because it took away from the durability of the product. So, all right, Super Clean on the panel. And this is gonna be a super boring torture test if we just keep doing this, because as you can see, the product is not breaking down, even though I'll wash it right now. Thus the name Hard as Shell, right? Obviously a play on words, a play on a phrase, super fun, but ultimately living up to the claims, which was most important. So I'll probably get more and more excited as we keep going through this torture test, because I was pretty nervous something weird was gonna happen. And then I'd be like eating my words, but looks like we're good, because yeah, looks like we're good. So it's really not degrading at all. The water beads are still looking good. So rest assured, if you do get some wheel cleaner on your car and you don't rub it in, you're gonna be fine. I'll do spray 9. We'll do one more and then we'll start. But let's start rubbing it in. This is getting boring. So let's start rubbing it in. What do we want? Let's just start with Super Clean. So let's start with Super Clean and we'll go from there. So I'll spray it in and rub it in, spray it on, rub it in, and we'll go from there. So the products that were already passed. We're already past Cerakote's ceramic sealant, right? They're whatever. The Meguiar's Ultimate Ceramic Coating, we're past that. That started to break down, which is also more expensive. So Meguiar's Ultimate Ceramic Coating is more expensive, streaks a little bit more, and is like 1,000 times less durable. So do the Super Clean. I just took a big whiff of it. That was tasty. And we'll rub it in, which is what we used to always do. We used to always rub it in. This idea of just like spraying it on the surface and not rubbing it in is a little weird to me. But that's what people like to see, and I guess it's a little bit more realistic, but it's definitely not something that we've done in the past. So, all right, rub it in, and there you go. So, clean it off real quick with the towel. But as you can see, even before we do anything, it's held up. So now I think once we get past 4 or 5 rounds of crap, we'll start mixing stuff and having fun. All right, we'll do spray 9 and we'll rub it in. But for me, this is, if I have enough left, for me, this is already a product when I tested of like, okay, we're good. We're past the vast majority of products in the market. Again, because that bar is so low, I am definitely running out here. So I just needed to be comfortable enough with it that I'm like, okay, it's a water-based formula. It's super easy to use. It's dummy proof. It applies like a quick detail spray, but it has the durability of a really solid solvent ceramic spray without being solvent, without being harmful, without being nasty to work with. It doesn't really smell like anything. And so, and there's no overcomplicated directions. There's no do it in a crosshatch pattern and do it like this and don't do it like that. And the temperature has to be right and the curing mechanism is this and the curing mechanism is that. No, it's just spray and wipe, man. Spray and wipe. Oh, by the way, this is only one layer. When I applied it, I only did 1 coat. So if you layered it, imagine that. And it's so easy to use, you're gonna layer because it gives a really nice gloss. So there's that. And then for the last, so this isn't like an 80-minute video, we're just gonna like start mixing everything together, see if we can kill it. All right, let me blow this off and then we're just gonna start mixing a bunch of stuff together. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the base of Super Clean. We're gonna spray it on. That's pretty good coverage. I'm running out of spray 9, but we're gonna spray the rest. Running out. Let's just pour it on. Bleach white. Let's spray some on. Let's see if we can kill this. That's good. Remember Gorilla Cleaner? Let's spray some of that on there. It's running out too. Remember Wash Chems? Let's pour some of that on there. Let's rub it in. This I've never done. Let's just see. If this kills it, that's fine. But what if it doesn't? Let's wash it. See what happens. It took a hit, or is that just residue? Let's wash it. That's before stripping it, but look, we still have water beads. What other chemical is gonna be able to withstand this? Let's wash it off though, see where we're at. So, not gonna lie, it obviously took a hit, but I put Gorilla Cleaner, Spray 9, Wash Chems, Super Clean, Wheel Bright. I put all the chemicals on it, and look, yeah, we are starting to get some degradation of the product, but the majority of the panel still looks phenomenal. And so that's what I set out to do, is show you that products can be better, they can be more durable. I call this a 6-month plus ceramic spray coating because it is actually a polyxylazane formula. So it is a true ceramic coating. So this is by far the most durable spray coating that I've ever come across, and I would highly recommend it to you. It's kind of my baby, so be nice. But as you saw, I could throw the kitchen sink at it and it still lasts, it's still durable, and that is only a single layer application. And so I wanted an application method that was also easy to use too, so you could layer this multiple times and get just extreme durability. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. I will put a link below to purchase this, which will be obviously helping support the channel, but more importantly, we'll get quality, high quality, premium, even though everyone says that, detailing products in your hands that actually deliver better than what their claims are on the bottle. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.